What's up, guys? Greatermon here, and today we have some pretty big news to talk about. So, I was gonna do another Overwatch video today, basically me talking about Genji and what I got on Sunday, but I feel like that can wait till tomorrow, because this is pretty big. So, we're getting an animated Marvel movie, which I'm pretty excited for, because Marvel has done animated movies, and they basically almost kind of tried to compete with DC's animated movies, but Marvel just can't do it. It's like Marvel can make great live-action movies, but DC can't make good ones, but they can make really good animated movies, because they're basically just retelling a story from the comics, basically, and they're just good. Marvels are really weird. I watched one of them on Netflix, like 5 minutes of it. The sync of the voices are off with the lips, and it's just bad animation. So we're getting, I think, is hopefully going to be actually a really good Marvel animated movie, and it's one that people have been talking about, and I didn't know it was going to come right now, but I thought it was going to come like in a few years, but no, it's coming out, and we're talking about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which to me is pretty surprising. But it's, so far we know that it's Miles Morales, finally the African-American Spider-Man, which people have mixed feelings about. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's awesome that he's like taking on the legacy of Spider-Man, and he has pretty cool powers. He has like electricity. He can turn invisible. Pretty sure his spider sense is a lot faster than Peter's. He's really cool. He's like the buffed up version of Peter Parker, which is awesome. It means I like him. I really like Miles. I even have a few comics of it, like maybe up to the 5th comic. I don't have any more of those, but I did read them. They're pretty good. They were alright, I guess. But it's cool to see Miles in his first movie, and we'll see him later in the MCU. Like I said, how I think he will appear is either when Tom Holland's is in a pretty old age, I would say. Maybe Miles would come in, or they would bring him in as like Peter's partner, like in the crappy Spider-Man animated TV show. So I don't know. Who knows? It's Marvel. So one thing I noticed is that the costume is a lot different, and has like it has this little circle right here, like on the chest, and then the spider, and then Miles is rocking those Nikes. If you didn't see when he was sitting and perched up against the window, he was rocking them Nikes. Me too. I'm pretty sure that's probably like an advertisement for the movie. So Miles rocking those Nikes in his suit. He's wearing a hood, which actually it was weird but kind of cool looking to me. One thing I noticed is that in the beginning, when you see Miles jumping over all those cars, following the dude on the motorcycle, that was, I think, Miles' uncle, I think? I don't read the comics, so don't yell at me, okay? I'm pretty sure in the comics he's the Prowler. That right there, that guy on the motorcycle was the Prowler. So I'm thinking it's the guy from Homecoming, with the guy who everybody thought was going to play Miles Morales in Homecoming. I'm pretty sure that's basically who's the Prowler. I don't know. He is the Prowler, and then he becomes the Iron Spider, I think. That's what I've heard. Trust me, I don't read the comics, so don't yell at me. You guys probably read the comics. Tell me in the comments below. So, one thing I was not expecting, I thought this was going to be a full-fledged Miles movie. No one else. I was like, okay, this might be good. But one thing I gotta say. The animation is flawless. It's beautiful. It looks amazing. One thing it definitely reminded me of is at nighttime, it reminded me of the MTV Spider-Man TV show, if you remember that. It reminds me a lot of that. It kind of they look alike. But the suit's different, city looks beautiful, the animation's amazing, but one thing I did not know was going to happen, that this is going to be a full-fledged Spider-Verse movie. So, who knows? Maybe Miles isn't the main character. We're talking about thousands of Spider-Men and Spider-Women coming together to fight who even knows. We saw on the billboard when it was free falling down the building. We saw, if you paused at the right time at that billboard, you could see Fisk in the corner, which is Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin. I can't believe I forgot his name, but it's Kingpin. So who knows? I don't think Wilson Fisk or Kingpin will be the villain, because it just seems like a very weak villain to have in a movie that's all about Spider-Verse. So I'm getting a vibe of the villain, if you read the comic, Spider-Man, which is Peter and Miles teaming up to stop a bad guy, to where Peter gets in Miles' universe, and they have to team up to stop the bad guy and get Peter back to his own universe. I read it, I remember reading it back in elementary. It's a pretty good book. I think I still have it too. But it's actually a really good book, and I recommend that you read it. And it might possibly be the plot to the movie. I don't know, so if it's going to be the plot, then I suggest you go and find Spider-Man, because it's a really good book and a really good read. So I'd say you read either Spider-Man or the Spider-Verse comics, which I've never read. But now I kind of want to figure out, kind of know the basic plot. So I would honestly love to see a Spider-Verse. So I want to see the Spider-Verse in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't want to see like Tobey Maguire, or Andrew Garfield. Like, I guess that'd be cool. I guess, I don't know, but we're talking about multiple universes with Spider-Man. We can see Spider-Man 2099. We can see Spider-Man Noir, Ultimate Spider-Man, which I don't know if they would use that. We could see Spider-Gwen, Miles. We could see Spider-Knight, Spider-Man UK. We can see all the Spider-Men from all the different universes, and I think that would just make a great movie. But I just don't want to see Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire as that Spider-Verse type of movie. But I guess it would be cool. It could conclude those two, Tobey and Andrew's story as Spider-Man. Or they could just have them as Easter eggs. Like, I honestly prefer them as Easter eggs. To be, haha, hey look, it's the one good one, Tobey Maguire, and the one crappy one from that movie we'll never talk about ever again, Andrew Garfield. So I don't know if I would want to see that. I just want to see a normal comic book like Spider-Verse movie as live action. But we don't know if they're going to include every Spider-Man from every Spider-Verse, or they're just going to do Peter and Miles. So at the end, we see Miles ask, how many of us are there? And if you look closely, as it zooms out, you see the spider go down. And if you look, he's talking to Peter. He's basically talking to Peter. You can tell from the suit, it's all red and blue. It's Peter. And Miles is also rocking that normal Spider-Man, I'm guessing, shirt. Or I don't even know what it is. It could probably be a tank top. I don't even know. But who knows? It's just the first trailer. I've rewatched it like a few times. I didn't rewatch it like a ton like I did with Infinity War. But I'm very interested. Sony Animation is making this, and what movie did they make? They made the Emoji Movie. So I'm hoping it's not gonna be trash like the Emoji Movie. I didn't see the Emoji Movie because I didn't want to get cancer. But I know it was absolute trash, and it definitely deserves to be burnt, never spoken of again, and then just burnt like the E.T. game from Atari. So I don't know. I'm very interested in this movie. I don't know how I'm gonna think. I don't know what I'm gonna think about it. I'm very excited. So it's. I don't know. I just don't know. I can't really put my finger on it what I could say about this movie. I'm hoping it's really good. I hope it's really good. I really want it to be good. It's gonna come out next year on Christmas 2018, which is pretty far away. But I can see, because this is a really good-looking This is really good-looking animation, and I can understand why it's going to take all the way till Christmas. Because it's probably going to take a while to make it look that good. So I'm really hoping that it's not crap. I hope it's not cringy. I hope it's not like Amazing Spider-Man 2 type of crap. I really hope it's good. I really want this to be a good movie. So I don't know if Miles is going to be the main character in this movie. It could be just Peter and Miles, like the Spider-Man comic book, or they are going to go full-fledged Spider-Verse. Who knows? The next trailer might focus on Spider-Gwen. Who knows? I don't even know. That's the one thing I just keep thinking about. We don't even know if Miles is going to be the main character. This is about the Spider-Verse. We're talking about thousands upon thousands of Spider-Men. Could be Spider-Pig, Spider-Man UK, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Knight, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. We don't even know. We just don't know, and that's why I'm so excited to see what this movie is actually going to be about. So, they didn't give really any details out for this movie, just some cool looking footage, and I gotta say, I'm excited. So, what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be based off the Spider-Man comic book with Miles and Peter teaming up to stop the bad guy and get Peter back to his universe? Or do you think they're going to go full-fledged Spider-Verse comic book where it has every Spider-Man and Spider-Woman in the entire universe come together? Or do you think it's just going to be, I don't know. It's definitely just not going to be a solo Miles movie. Or do you think it's going to, each trailer, they're probably going to focus on a different Spider-Man or Spider-Woman? Who knows? Tell me in the comments below. I would definitely want to know. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, tell us 6 minutes. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.